If you want to know what I wish I knew before starting a dance degree course, make sure to watch to the end. While I'm struggling to get past 90 even after I've stretched. As one of my teachers like to say, you look homeless.
Pulling up, being on swerving. Bad bitch, pushing on curving. Run it up like a nigga earning. Gotta check, now a nigga smurfing. Pull up in a rose, now she wanna roll. Everybody talking, but they coming to the shows. Pull up in a rose, now she wanna roll. Everybody talking, but they coming to the shows.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's IZZA and we're back into the building, into the gap. Okay, before we begin, make sure you subscribe. Why? Because I upload a video every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 4 PM without fail. So today's video was requested by N. So shout out to you. Thank you so much for requesting this video. Today's video, I'm going to be telling you things I wish I knew before starting a dance degree. If you do not know and you're new to my channel, I am on a dance degree course. I go to a uni in Liverpool and I just finished my first year. So this video is part of my uni advice playlist where I give you freshers advice, tips and basically everything you need to know in order to have the best first year ever. So make sure to check out that whole playlist. I will leave it right here and in the description box and comments down below. So without further ado, if you want to know what I wish I knew before starting a dance degree course, make sure to watch to the end, and without further ado, let's begin. Number one, now this might sound very obvious, but you will live, breathe, eat, sleep and become dance if you are not careful. I was quite lucky because I went to a performing arts college, so I was used to having quite long hours and then having after school practice. But if you were someone who did like GCSE dance and then A-level dance, the transition is a lot. When you go home, you can't just switch off, and I will talk about it in a bit more detail as I go further along in the video. When you come home, you don't just come home, kick your feet up and you're good. You have to make sure that you roll out your body, you have to make sure that you cool down, you have to make sure that you stretch so that way you don't wake up in the morning with aches and pains, because honestly, that lactic acid buildup that you have, especially in the first few weeks, is disgusting. Dance is constantly on your mind. Number two is that I guarantee you will be the first person in the building and the last person out. Just to give you some context, for my uni I start 8 AM 4 days a week, and the other day I start at 9 AM. I finish around 6 o'clock, 6:30. However, if you do have extracurricular stuff, if you have rehearsals, if you just want to have a boogie in the studio, you will be staying in a lot later. So there's been a time where I came into uni on a weekend and I started, I think, let's say about 9 o'clock, and I did not leave until 10:30 that same day. It can be quite discouraging when you first start because you'll literally walk in, it's empty, you see the cleaning ladies cleaning and you're like, there's absolutely no one here, the halls are still dark. And same thing when you leave, especially in winter, everywhere's dark, nobody's around, and you're just like, whoa, I literally spent all day in here. Number three, I wish I knew the importance of having friends who are not dancers. Oh my god, if all your friends are dancers, you will actually want to jump off a bridge by the end of first year. All you will talk about is dance. Don't get me wrong, I love dance, I can talk about it for years, but you do not want to have a 10-hour day doing dance, looking at yourself in the mirror for hours and hours and hours, critiquing yourself, to then come home and then talk about dance even more. It will literally consume you if you're not careful. If you're doing like a performing arts course where it's very demanding, please make sure that you have friends outside of that course so that you can have regular conversations and not just talk about dance, because when you're surrounded by those people all the time, you will fall out with people, you will get angry, things will be said, and it can just honestly consume your whole life. Number four, when you start your course, the first term you will go back to basics. And I know this happens for pretty much every uni or conservatoire for dance. I am not joking. When I tell you, for those first few weeks, I didn't even know what dance was. Ask me to do a plie, ask me to just stand still with my arms like that, could not do it. I remember the first few lessons, I was like, the auditions were so intense to get into the school. Why am I on the floor doing stupid toe rises or freaking wiggling my toes on the floor? What is the point? But honestly, it's the most beneficial thing. The rate that you improve is a joke. So I just wish I knew how slow it was going to be, because people tell you it's going to be slow, but you don't know. You honestly don't know how slow it's going to be. Just before I tell you number 5, are you subscribed? Because I know you've made it up to this point of the video and you're like, rah, like that's actually so crazy, and I know you want to know the other 5. Trust me, you definitely want to know number 10. So make sure you subscribe by clicking the red button down below. Remember, I upload 3 times a week, and one of those videos is a uni related video. Give the video a thumbs up because I know you've forgotten to do that as well, and enjoy the rest of the video. So number 5 is, oh my god, one thing I wish I knew is how many tights I would go through. How many holes I would create in those tights. It is a joke. I don't know what I'm doing. Can someone actually tell me what I'm doing in my course which actually warrants these holes to be all over my ballet tights and my contemporary tights? If you are a dancer and you're going to a performing arts uni, get yourself 10 pairs of black tights. No lie. And you will go through them quickly. I kept trying to roll the tights up to hide the hole. It was awful, because you're meant to look professional, you're meant to look presentable, and holes in tights is absolutely not. It's homeless style, as one of my teachers like to say. You look homeless. The holes in tights, you absolutely look homeless. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You look so unprofessional and just not presentable. You look like you don't care. So make sure you stack up on those tights. Number 6, flexibility is not everything. I'm flexible. I have flexibility when you compare me to the average person, but to more technical dancers, I am not someone that you would see as flexible. You would not use the word flexible to describe me in any way, shape or form. When I first got into uni and I was meeting friends and I was following people on Instagram, and I saw girls with their legs up here. My housemates Alicia and Lucy, they can literally just hoik their leg up here and just hold it for the bounce in the kitchen, while I'm struggling to get past 90 even after I've stretched. Flexibility is so overrated. What's the point in being flexible if you don't have rhythm? What's the point in being flexible if you can't hold your leg up there because you don't have the strength? There are so many different compartments into becoming a dancer that when you really look at it, and once you start uni, flexibility is not it. I saw it when I first started uni, that all these girls were so flexible and I was not, and it made me really insecure. And then I started realizing some of my strengths are their weaknesses. We work together to improve. I couldn't flip to save my life. I mean, I still can't, but I learned how to do an aerial. But I even did a whole video on it, by the way, so if you want to see me fall on my head a couple times and catch a concussion, I will leave the link right here, because that video was absolutely hilarious. Another thing I wish I knew, you need your classmates in order to pass this degree. This isn't the kind of degree where you're on your own lane, you do your own thing, and that's it. You have to collaborate, you have to be able to communicate, you have to be able to work with others in order to graduate. And if you are somebody who is not reliable, and if you're someone who doesn't take dance seriously, or you're like, oh, I like it but I'm not too sure, or who is easily discouraged, do not do a dance degree. Do not go down that avenue, because there are people who have worked so hard and who have trained and spent hours and hours and hours to get to where they are, and they can't get the best grade that they can possibly get if you decide that you want to stay at home, if you decide that you want to miss lectures, because it's not just affecting you, it affects the whole year. You can't go in with this mindset of, I'm going to go in, get my degree, get out, boom, and then start my career. It's not you versus this person, because you need each other. You need each other to push each other to improve, but you genuinely need each other in order to pass the course. Number 8 is, I wish I knew how quickly I need to be able to eat lunch and digest it. It is a joke. You will have like half an hour to eat. I've eaten food like in 15 minutes and then gone to dance. Like, you have to learn how to eat quickly. So I would just say, make sure you eat light stuff and things that aren't going to give you a massive stitch or make you feel super heavy. And even when you have rehearsals as well, sometimes you don't get designated breaks, so when you have time to yourself, you eat a little bit and then you go back in, and it's just crazy. But you know what, I love the rush. Number 9, this is something I did know but I feel like I need to reiterate it, is it's not just enough to do your dance classes, go home and sleep and have a lovely time. Absolutely not. You have to train outside your classes, and I know that is a lot because of our course and our days. You start at 8, you finish at 6:30, you have rehearsals on the weekend. This degree is not just about you getting a first or a 2-1 or a 2-2 at the end of 3 years. This is about you starting a career and you building the discipline to keep going and to maintain your fitness and your health while training. and while working. I have to do yoga to improve my flexibility. I have to go to the gym to maintain my stamina. I have to make sure when I go home that I am stretching and rolling out and making sure that I'm relaxing my body and getting enough rest, but also working as hard because it is preparing me for my career. Finally, at number 10, I wish I knew the levels of which you people will be coming on your course. I'll be so honest, I remember when I started my uni and there were certain people I was watching and they were dancing and I was like, oh, I was a little bit surprised at maybe the level of technique or the level of understanding when it came to dance. There are other people on my course who are so driven, who are literally out of this world. But I feel like by breaking you down and then going full force in term 2, it is crazy. You have to trust your lecturers. The lecturers and your teachers see something in people that you don't see. There are some people that I've seen literally go leaps and bounds from what they were a couple months ago. Now that's motivated me even more. I feel like with my course we've become a family, and it's so lovely when you see someone in your group who was struggling with something and then all of a sudden they're like boom, boom, amazing. So guys, we've come to the end of the video. I enjoyed filming it, so if I enjoyed filming it, you enjoyed watching it, so give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what other videos you'd like to see, and if I do film your video, you will be getting your own personal shouts out. Can I ask that you share this video with at least one person, because if you all did that, we'd be past the goal of 1K and onto our new goal of 10K, baby. Please share this video to anyone who's going to uni or who wants to go to uni. Literally press that share button, copy the link and send it directly to one person to help them out. Make sure to check out my uni playlist where I give you freshers advice, uni tips and everything you need to know in order to have the best first year ever. I will leave that in the description box and comment section down below. Watch my last video, it's right over there. As always, I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.
I heard the man say one day I don't play from Monday to Sunday. I heard the man say one day I don't play from Monday to Sunday.